Hello, BookTube. We're going to do another Feng Shui test video here. I did one earlier today. I rearranged my room, or not rearranged, but I added bookshelves, which meant moving some things around. I didn't move anything, of course. It was 95 degrees with 100% humidity. I had muscular teenagers move things. And now now the heavy work is done, I'm sort of feeling my way. I've let them go off to murderously overdrink, and I'm feeling around, finessing things, and most importantly of all, I am now faced with the incredible task of what books to put on the new shelves. I wonder if I can show them. Look at that. Oh, towering new shelves in this room. There are piles of books out in the rest of the place that used to be on those shelves, but it's a perfect opportunity to just rethink everything and see what goes on there and what doesn't. It's a very enticing work. It's something I love to do, but I'm probably not going to do it when it's this hot, because, not for myself, but because little Frida, my little puppy, feels obliged to shadow me every time I move. We're inseparable, and it's really too hot for her to be moving around. She needs to relax until this weather breaks tonight, or tomorrow, sometime soon. But I want to do another test here just to see how it feels, and then we'll go back to regularly scheduled videos once I get used to this. I'm not quite sure where to put the camera, how to emphasize things. Anyway, I've got a few more packages here. I never do a test run without thinking that maybe I will use it. So we'll just do real mail, and we'll see what we have here. These feel heavy, so these could all be finished copies. Okay, the first one is indeed a finished copy. No, oh no, here we go. Okay. This is from Yale University Press, and it is God's Library. It's a book about the earliest Christian manuscripts, on which a huge amount relies. Let's see what the pub sheet says. This comes out at the end of August, and I haven't read it yet. I never got an advance copy. I don't think I ever did. In this bold and groundbreaking book, the author, Brent Nongbree, provides an up-to-date introduction to the major collections of early Christian manuscripts and demonstrates that much of what we thought we knew about these books and fragments is mistaken. While biblical scholars have expended much effort in their study of the text contained within our earliest Christian manuscripts, there has been a surprising lack of interest in thinking about these books as material objects with individual unique histories. We have too often ignored the ways that the antiquities market obscures our knowledge of origins of these transcripts. Okay. All right. Okay. There's another reading there. There's another possible reading, which is that it wasn't a lack of curiosity that stopped inquiry into the exact provenance of these manuscripts. It might not be a lack of curiosity. It might be the fact that a several trillion-dollar world religion depends on them being inscrutable. but one way or another, I'll find out. I'll find out where the author stands on the subject. It's an incredibly fascinating subject, because it's amazing how many Christians will say that their faith is based on books, and that when you have millions and millions and millions of Christians saying that, the books become all important. So the subject never fails to interest me. Let's move on. That's another one added to the August list. My August pile is already big. I'm just in this week, and probably the beginning of next week, all I'm going to do is accumulate finished copies of August books. There is another one. This is another example. This is something we've already seen on this channel. It comes out at the end of August, also from Yale. This is Scots and Catalans, Union and Disunion, all about two different independence movements in the modern era. The deep roots of them and the modern exponents of them. I have had the advanced copy of this thing for weeks, and I haven't got to it. So I'm glad to have it. I'm glad to kick in the pants to get it done. Let's see. Let's see what this next one is. Also a finished copy. Okay. All right. This is also a finished copy in August. This is the finished copy of Paul Kildea's Chopin's Piano. a scintillating new work of narrative nonfiction that tells the captivating story of Frédéric Chopin and the Mallorquin piano on which he wrote half of his famous preludes. The author traces the musician and his instrument through history, interpreting the origin and success of Chopin's compositions and revealing the piano's surprising journey from the Spanish island of Majorca to the early 19th century to Nazi-occupied Paris in the 1940s. And I've had the advance copy of this forever, and I just haven't gotten to it. And I feel especially bad about that because I also have the advance copy of an upcoming enormous brick of a biography of Chopin that isn't coming out until October or November, and I read that right away. When this thing's been sitting patiently on my shelf, I read that biography right away because the author is a known quantity to me. He's really good, and the book was incredible. But now I feel probably I will appreciate this more, having read that book. And then we'll do this last one for Fang Hottie test number 2. This is, oh God, goodness gracious. Okay, great. Fantastic. This is one of the most touted fictional debuts of the entire year. It was originally called, it's by Stephen Markley, and it was originally called Ohio. I guess at the last minute, its title was changed to Review Copy Not for Resale, which seems kind of a niche title. I'm not sure that I would have gone with that. But you can see the misprint because Ohio is still on the spine. The cover is entirely obscured by a big neon sticker saying, "Hey, reviewer scum, you're a thief and we don't like you." Or rather, the shortened version, Review Copy Not for Resale. I'm not really sure of that decision, but boy, oh boy, I've already read this book. I'm glad to have a finished copy. Title change or no title change, and boy, oh boy, is it good. Oh, it is fantastic. When you see it in the new release section of your library, or even if you've got a little extra cash stacked on a table at your local bookstore, and you're thinking, a new novel, a debut novel, it's got a lot of buzz, but it's a lot of money. This is probably $30. Yeah, $27. You might not want to take a chance. This is worth it. If you've got the money extra, if it's not going to be cutting into cat food, then this is a really good debut novel. Just does everything right. So that will end this test. So we have Review Copy Not for Resale, formerly titled Ohio. We have Chopin's Piano by Paul Kildea. We have Scots and Catalans, look at two independence movements in modern times, but also a look at independence movements in modern times, what they mean, where they come from, how they affect the people involved. And God's Library, about a new synthesis of the study of the most ancient and fragmentary of Christian documents, of the documents on which the Christian faith is built, not just the Church Fathers, but early manuscripts of the Gospels. So there you go. That's a finished copy blast here to keep the day going. And as far as I can tell, I mean, I'm making these videos as much for me as for you to test things out. And as far as I can tell, this doesn't look all that different. The room feels completely different. I had to move a bunch of stuff around, and now I have a huge amount of... The walls look different. One wall looks different now. The bed had to be moved just a bit. The nightstand had to be moved just a bit. The routine of movement that you build into your muscles in a familiar space is all different now in one corner of this room. And I guess maybe that's making me think it's more noticeable than it is. I don't see any difference in this video. So I'll just... And I didn't see any difference in the last one either. So I'll just post these, and this will be our mail hauls for the day. The move, having the boys over, having them peel off their shirts, having them grunt and groan and ask me, "Dude, where do you want this? Dude, where does this go?" Took some time. It was a great deal of fun. We had a great deal of fun, and they ate like horses when they were done. But it took time, chunks of time out of my day that I need now to recoup. I need to do a lot of reading and writing tonight. So I might just call it a day for mail. I might just say that's what we'll do, just these 2 test videos, and then we'll reconvene tomorrow. with a whole bunch of other things. It won't be just mail tomorrow. We've got Friday Reads to do. I've got a bunch of other things I want to do too. But I'm going to wrap this up for now and see. I almost said I'm going to wrap this up for now and see if this post's okay. The fact that I have bookshelves on a wall of my room where they weren't yesterday has no effect whatsoever on YouTube. It's just an old person thing, that's all. I've had my space a little bit finessed, and it's got me all verklempt. But I'll wrap this up, but I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.